Hello everyone, welcome to ShailajaIAS and welcome to the PYQ Decoder course. So what is this PYQ Decoder? So let me tell you a story which we are all familiar about. So in the examination hall, we are solving the problems and you know 2 out of 3 statements and I eliminate 2 options and you are down to 50-50 chance and you choose the option, but when you see the key answers it is wrong, and most of the questions what we solve end up in this territory and we end up doing wrong. Why? Because we are solving the PYQs in a wrong way. We are just randomly solving the PYQs of paper, solving 10 questions this, 15 questions that, and we are doing tricks techniques. That is not how you decode a PYQ. What if you could increase your accuracy? Exactly by decoding your PYQ properly. Previous year papers, okay, or a microscope to how UPSC paper is set, how an examiner is setting the paper. So what is this course about? It's a structured course. It is structured around macro themes and micro themes of all the subjects of UPSC, that is polity, history, geography, economy, environment and science and tech, and accuracy training. It's not random elimination, random techniques and tricks. It is accurately predicting the questions, analysis and micro topics and logically deducing the answers. And it's about having an edge where you are scoring 5-10 marks above the cutoff and you will be peacefully writing your mains examination. So let's begin. So the biggest challenge is too much subjects to cover, too little. Any monthly current affairs you take, it's around 80 to 100 pages minimum, and you have 1 year ka 1200 pages ka current affairs you are running, and static subjects, it's around 400-500 pages each book. That will cost you around 2000 pages. 3000 pages ka content if you have to revise, it is humanly not possible, humanly impossible. So, and without PYQ analysis, what you can't do, without syllabus and without PYQ analysis, what you can't do, you can't microscopically predict which areas UPSC is asking the questions and which themes are repeating again and again in the examination. So you will cover everything equally. You will read all hook and cranny, everything you will read, and you will spend all the time, and most important areas where questions are coming also gets the same time, which is minimum time, and you will not be able to cover in depth. Okay, and waste time on low yielding topics. So if there are 10 questions coming from studying 30 pages and if there are 1 question coming from 30 pages, you can give this, the first one, the more time, and the second one less time. Where you will be able to know it? Through PYQs, through macro themes. So you can prioritize high scoreability areas using previous year papers and miss high frequency areas. As I told you, here you focus limited to very specific areas where UPSC is asking, and you use your time judiciously. When I was writing mains and I have no time, or attending an interview and when I have no time, I used to focus in the last 60 days in the specific areas which was able for me to clear prelims. Okay, same without PYQs, you will guess. Okay, what matters? All the current affairs in the news, you will start guessing. Okay, for polity you want current affairs, for history you want current affairs, for geography you want current affairs. But with proper PYQ, you know which areas are important and which areas UPSC's focus is on. So let's try to understand what this PYQ decoder is all about. So the unfair advantage. So some of the aspirants you have seen who have cleared prelims once are clearing prelims again and again and again. So what is the reason behind it? The reason behind is they're able to crack the syllabus and they're able to deduce from the PYQs how UPSC is setting the paper, and they're able to read the examiner's mind. Understand? 60 to 70% of the prelims topics are cyclically repeated every 3 to 4 years. They are cyclically repeated. See, UPSC is not our 10th examination where the questions get repeated, but the themes do get repeated every 3-4 years. The cycle gets repeated, and 3 to 5 years every cycle the themes will get repeated, the areas will be covered again and again by the UPSC examiner, and this is 100% learnable skill. Just like cooking, just like riding a bike, learning to ride a bike, this is 100% achievable. The cream 12 to 14,000 students who clear UPSC prelims is through these skills. Just like riding a bike, how you have to struggle and learn, this is also a struggle, but once you master it, you will be able to clear prelims with minimum time and with properly focused areas again and again. Understood? So, you also know every topper, be it IAS or any civil service rank, he says the single important things that helped him to understand is to discover syllabus properly and through decode PYQs, solving PYQs time and again and consistently finding the themes. See, if you solve PYQs blindly, it is not helpful. If you see someone riding a vehicle and you think that I can also ride the bike or ride the vehicle, it's not humanly possible. You have to ride, you have to learn, you have to balance the gravity, then only you will be able to understand it. The same way, PYQ is not just mugging up or reading it. PYQ is going through it, reading each questions, reading the statements, understanding the trend analysis, understanding the micro themes. Okay, it's going from macrocosm to microcosm in the prelims. Mains is all about macrocosm, but prelims is about microcosm, finding those themes, important areas where UPSC is asking again and again. So the people who clear prelims, the toppers who are not able to clear prelims multiple times and cleared because of solving PYQs and properly able to crack that code. Understood? Understand the examiner's mind, know exactly the exam difficult level. If you have given a 21 and if you come now, my God, the question pattern and the papers have changed like anything, is it not? The 23, 24, 25, the toughest of the years. Okay, build real exam temperament. You will run with all the courses, okay, of 10 different institutes, yet you will not be able to clear prelims simply because you are not able to understand the mind of UPSC examiner. Okay, so here what we are doing in ShailajaIAS with a PYQ decoded course is year-wise analysis. The very previous years, the last 4 to 5 years becomes very important to understand how UPSC is evolving, how the trend is evolving, and how the topics, macro topics as well as the micro topics UPSC is focusing. Then logical deductions. There are questions where I knew nothing about and still I was able to answer in the examiner in the years of 23, 24, 25 and clear the prelims because of logical deduction. If you ask any topper, okay, even the rank 1, he will not know all the 50 or 60 questions which you would have made right. Roughly we would have known 25 to 30 questions. Another 30 questions is all about logical deduction. That logical deduction, my friends, are coming through UPSC PYQ decoding properly, understanding that. Next, topic-wise decoding. What I am going to do in this course is dividing into subject and each subject dividing into macro themes, and within that macro themes I'm going deep, delving into micro themes, understanding the language of UPSC through questions, understanding where the traps they are keeping, and now to trick. Okay, all the tricks and techniques are gone after 2023 pairs questions, okay, with the 2023 pairs question. So it's not about tricks, techniques, it's about understanding language of the UPSC and language with that deducing logically, okay, with your knowledge how you can deduce logically. Then predicting the trend of 2026 prelims through UPSC PYQ. Next, so foundation is understanding the very recent 5 to 6 years PYQ patterns, how UPSC is framing the questions and mapping the syllabus accordingly. Next, subject-wise decoding. All the subjects will be covered every week. Polity, starting with polity, then geography, economy, history, environment, science and tech. So for that, you have to follow our YouTube channel and Telegram channel, and this course is completely free, my friends. So technique building. Does elimination work? Elimination is not a guess, wild guess, not a tricks. Okay, elimination works in UPSC. Some questions are built by the examiner to eliminate those questions, just like how this exam is built to eliminate the people who are not serious or who are not able to understand the UPSC pattern that they have been setting. Just like that, some of the questions are being set to eliminate and get the answers directly. I will show you in the coming classes with live examples. Okay, the live examples are not one example from one paper. I'll be solving subject wise, as well as I'll be solving last 5 years complete paper with a common trend line and with common logical deduction. Okay, now there are statement based questions and pair based questions where traditional eliminate. If you know one statement and in the options if you could eliminate, then you could get the answer. It's a boon as well as bane. Okay, you know one statement is wrong, but you will put two pair is right, but that the statement which you thought wrong might be right and the other statement might be wrong, and you might end up with the right answer as well. As it has happened with me and it has happened with many. I think you guys will concur. But how to logically deduct, how to logically sense the statements if you don't know anything about the statement. Okay, in a question you know two statements, and if you don't know another, or you know one and you want to still end up with the answers, okay, then logical deduction is the key and decoding PYQs is the key. Here we will decode PYQ in the next 45 to 60 days. Okay, so how to use this course? Watch in order. Start from the episode 1. Every week each subject will have an orientation course where I'll map the syllabus. I'll tell you the PYQs, what are the questions coming every year, okay, what are the strength of the questions, and which are the macro and micro areas questions are being asked, and every last 5 to 10 years ka topic wise, theme wise, I'll analyze each subject. Next, attempt the questions first. Okay, you might have already studied polity, you might be repeaters and still not clearing the prelims, so attempt the PYQs first. You might do subject wise or you might do year wise. Attempt the PYQs, go through it, and this course will make more sense. Okay, before watching this, attempt the PYQ. Next, maintain a PYQ journal. Okay, there are logical things, there are elimination techniques through understanding the language of UPSC. So journal it, write it down and keep revising. 30 pages of this treasure, my friends, can save you 1 or 2 years, or in fact it can save you several attempts without clearing prelims. Then revise weekly. Every week after I done, revise weekly. Focus on those themes, okay, 9 to 10 themes where questions are coming, majority questions are coming from, and revisit the subjects every week. Keep revision is the key, and it's not possible by 3000 4000 pages. It is possible by revising with your own short notes and revising on the focused areas where questions are coming. If I say there are 8 to 9 important topics where, say for example, polity will ask you around 14-15 questions every year, and only the static subjects will be 60 plus questions, 60% weightage out of the 100 years, and you can, 100 questions, then it is very important that you analyze, you focus your revision, and you read and revise multiple times from where UPSC is asking the questions. So let's begin your PYQ journey in a smart way. This is not a course where we'll sell you tricks, techniques and ask you to pay 2000, 3000 and get subscribers. This is free and it is a service from me for the UPSC community to the students who are struggling to clear prelims, but they have all the qualities to become an officer. So your strategy to decode PYQ starts here at ShailajaIAS. And you guys know already, it's not the game of knowledge, it's the game of application, and there are many things goes on that day in the prelims. For that to be prepared, you have to play like a T20 game. Okay, if you are a 50 over side and if you are thinking you can win a T20, it's not possible. For prelims, you have to be ready for the prelims like a T20 game like India, which is a modern team. Just like that, the 14,000 students who are ready for the prelims, hyper focused, properly understood the PYQs and syllabus, will clear and get that ticket entry to the mains. Bookmark the playlist, download our Telegram channel and YouTube channel for every updates. So thank you very much and see you in the orientation course from the next class. Take care.